My name is Richard Obedi. I work as the Executive Director of the Populace Foundation International. It's a civil society organization that envisions a society where humanity, justice, and human rights are all respected in the development processes. Now, in a typical setup of society, there are three sectors. We have the government, we have the private sector, and then we have the civil society. Normally, that third category deals with issues that affect especially marginalized groups, and in their advocacy front, they normally gather evidences on that particular issue or subject matter that they want to advocate for. Now, in this particular context of internal displacement, if we are to define what internal displacement means, it is actually a state whereby people or a person or group of persons are actually forced to leave their place because of certain factors. Yesterday on my presentation, I talked of push and pull factors, but in most cases it's always the push factors that contribute towards somebody leaving. Now, internal displacement, it's when somebody doesn't actually cross or leave an international recognized border. And that's the difference between internally displaced person and refugees. The refugee in this aspect, it's somebody leaving or group of people leaving a country, and they will have crossed an international recognized border. So as civil society organization, what should be the role that we should play in advocating for issues that affect people or groups of people who are internally displaced? We must always have the facts at the fingertips. We must have the statistics. We must have the evidences. In that way, position us to actually advocate meaningfully and to have actually maximum impact. And then we can only do that if we ally with other stakeholders in the community or whichever jurisdiction we intend to have our advocacy issues. As an organization, there are a number of things that we've been engaged in concerning internal displacement. In Uganda, we are actually working with two groups, formerly internally displaced persons, because the war has come to an end and people have gone back to their homes, but we are still working with the group. And then we're also working with other groups who have actually been formerly displaced, but again, there are categories whereby the issues that affect them needs to be advocated for, and is actually the responsibility of government to take such initiatives that will address the concern of those categories of people, especially the young people, those who actually were born in the towns, because they don't have where to go. They do not know the boundaries of their land. Maybe in one or the other, the parents could have died or could have been killed during the war. So there are those categories of people, and they are within the town, actually on the streets. So those are the two categories of people that we work with.